Welcome to this Thursday night in the NBA, right here on 2K Sports. And on tap tonight, it's the Golden State Warriors going up against the Houston Rockets. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Taking a look at Golden State, things going their way so far in this season. Right now, they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record. And, of course, Houston, right now they're 5 spots below them.
Well, I think for Houston, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
You know, I thought maybe they'd have it in them to actually join those leaders this season. But you're right, it's still nice work considering where they are.
Here's the starting group for Houston. At the guard positions, Van Vliet and Green. Thompson is out there with Brooks. And it's Şengün in at the 5, down low. And for the Warriors, up front, it's Green at the 4 with Jackson Davis at the 5. Some kind of shooting in the backcourt for him. It's Curry and Hield. And it's Butler in at the 3 slot. In this early bit of the season, Greg, how important are team goals?
Well, Kevin, you have to be working towards something, whether it's a specific rank or a record. Early goals help you define your team for the season ahead.
And so it's the Warriors getting on the board first. Outside, Green. Three-pointer, Brooks. The rebound by Hield. Here's Golden State. They won their last game against the Rockets in Houston.
Well, last time out, they got the win in large part because of the play of their bench, and they provided a lot of the scoring punch.
Yeah, and you know what? I expect them to go deep into the bench again tonight to give those guys on the bench a chance to have an expanded role, but also to give those starters some rest.
Buries it from three-point range.
Hey, this team has great confidence in Green's ability to connect from deep. It's really about getting him quality looks.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. On the wing, Hield launches a 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now here's Van Vliet. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Shot clock at 6. That one's in, his first shot this game.
The defense gets physical inside, and guess what? The tenacious Fred Van Vliet ready for it.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Well, I did get a chance to speak with Steve Kerr a little bit. I asked him how they plan on bottling up Jalen Green. Now, he said, we have to try and stay in front of him and protect the rim. Jalen is an explosive athlete and an incredibly crafty finisher around the basket, so keeping him out of the paint won't be easy. Guys, back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated.
It doesn't matter if it's off the bounce or off the catch. Curry never loses rhythm on his jump shot.
Van Vliet passes to Thompson. Back to Van Vliet. Tries from 16. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Van Vliet's got his second bucket.
It's a shot some guys don't like, but Van Vliet gets it dialed in.
And Clark, the Rockets, just one of a handful of franchises to win back-to-back NBA titles.
Can you believe that, Kevin? It was roughly 30 years ago that the Rockets did that, led by Hakeem Olajuwon, perhaps the best player in the league at that time. Of course, this was while Michael Jordan was retired from the NBA the first time.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He wants to talk to his guys. And now in the first half of December, more games under our belt. The power rankings starting to take shape. You take a look at the Hawks. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And I think for Golden State, they've sure made a statement here early on, outpacing some teams that were expected to be better, owning that top spot and defending it with pride.
Thompson finds Van Vliet. Warriors with the rebound.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Butler passes to Curry. Another three for Golden State.
It looks easy, effortless. Curry, natural from long range.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his first foul. Now Thompson. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Kings in Sacramento. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Outside, Green. On the wing, Hield. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Hield's got 9.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Here's Green, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one is on Hield.
Inside, Green's energetic play makes him really hard to contest without fouling. The defense's best effort turns into a foul.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, Jalen Green is a product of G League Ignite, and clearly showing other folks there's a new path for potential lottery picks to take.
He doesn't get the second one.
You can never question Brooks in regards to his willingness to work. He gives it to you every time he's out there. He gives you his all.
Curry passes to Butler. And here is Green. The three. Şengün with the rebound. Clark, looking at the growth and skill set of Şengün, he could be special.
I agree 100%, partner. He's got an instinct for the game that you just can't teach. The passing, the ball fakes, the pace at which he plays, it's all there. Feels like he could have the same kind of development trajectory as Jokic. We'll see.
And Jackson Davis gets it to go.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Van Vliet against Curry. Van Vliet outside. Over Curry. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field. For the Houston Rockets, they come into tonight following a loss to the Kings. Here's Curry. 32 points for him last game against the Nuggets in Denver. Outside, Green. Trying to find Jackson Davis and gets it to him. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Green's got 4 assists now tonight. And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He's ready to talk things through with the team. And the Rockets making a change here. Whitmore's checked in. Now we get a chance to check out some stats for Jimmy Butler.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Here's Green. 14 points from him the last game against Sacramento. Thompson sets the pick for Green. Pass to Thompson. Inside, here's Şengün. Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Şengün GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
And the first one drops.
Tell you what, Alperen Şengün is a big with the modern day game. He scores in bunches inside, but he also can pass it and shoot it from the perimeter too.
Şengün hits them both.
You can almost see the hunger and focus in the eyes of Alperen Şengün. I mean, this guy completely locked in on doing as much as he can for his team when he's out there.
Pass to Green. Thompson against Butler. Clock at 4. The shot, no good. Good D by Thompson. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. 7-point differential. Yes, that goes in.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, last season, Draymond Green got his three-pointer going again. He said, over the years, my shot took a dive. It was in large part because I couldn't get in and out of my hips. They were messed up. It was getting my movement patterns right. Kevin, my hips haven't been the same in years, but Draymond's are good, and now they've made him tough to deal with. Back to you.
Your hips are pretty good, David. I've always said your hip. Floor spacing, always critical. Good point, D.A. And Cam Whitmore picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Different look here for the Warriors. Looney's checked in for Trace Jackson-Davis. Jonathan Kuminga comes in for Green. Moody's checked in for Butler. And it's Brandon Podziemski in for Buddy Hield. Tari Eason's checked in for Houston. Here's Podziemski. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Brooks misses. Warriors leading by 7. Curry on the wing. He's covered by Thompson. And again, it's the Warriors missing. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Boy, he fluidly moves up the floor, easily demonstrating great athleticism. Man, Thompson, impressive.
Now, here's Moody. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. In the corner, it's Whitmore. Houston moving it around. Brooks finds Thompson. No good on the triple. The Warriors shooting 56% in this first quarter. An outstanding start for this offense. Pass to Kuminga. Fires the 3. Rockets with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. The Rockets making the shot. Curry passes to Kuminga. And he drops it in from the low post. And the Warriors lead by 5.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
On the wing, Brooks. Pass to Whitmore. And it's off from three-point range. Warriors leading by 5. Kuminga sets a screen for Curry. From deep. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
And the shooting mechanics of Curry, they are as pure as anybody who's ever played. He's such a dangerous shooter and scorer.
Now, here's Şengün. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Sacramento.
Yeah, but the rebounding in that game as well was just tremendous. I mean, he dominated the backboard.
Over in the corner, Kuminga. The three. That one's a miss. His third shot of the game. He's made one of them. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. They grabbed their own miss. Şengün with the bucket.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And because it's still early, I wouldn't read too much into it. There's still a lot of game left.
Curry with it. The tray. Traps in the tray. Curry's got 14 points for the game. It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. He nailed it from long range in that quarter. Winds up with a total of 4 3-pointers in the period. We've got more in store for you right after this. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Warriors.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
Something else they're doing well tonight, guys, lots of points in the paint. Something to continue to keep our eye on.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. Green is out there with Cam Whitmore. Then it's Jabari Smith. And then there's Steven Adams. And it's Eason in at the 3 spot. Knocks down the 3 ball. The league is attempting, Clark, to minimize flopping. Do you like the technical foul assessment for just that act?
Yeah, I do. I really do, because that way you can get it out of the game. These guys are as big, as strong as any athletes in the world. They shouldn't be falling down as much as they do trying to draw fouls. Gotta love seeing Green deliver the revenge 3 ball. Payback right at you. Great response.
Outside Holiday. Pass to Looney. To the paint. Here's Podziemski. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on Jalen Green. The Warriors shooting their first free throws of this game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line. Now Whitmore, still scoreless. Smith sets the pick for Whitmore. And another 3 for Houston.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Pass to Looney. Here's Kuminga. Over Smith. Off the left rim and out. Rockets trail by 7. Eason down low. Defended by Moody. Now here is Smith. Here's Whitmore to the inside. Whoops, they pick off the pass. One-on-one here. Here's Kuminga, and Kuminga throws it down.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Now, here's Green. He's got 7. Let's check out some of the best shooting teams out there. The Warriors, number 1.
Are just tremendously disciplined offensively, always looking for the best possible shot. That's how they've gotten that field goal percentage to skyrocket.
That's good from Green. Fred VanVleet is checked in for the Rockets. Both free throws good from Green. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Pass to Kuminga. Eason grabs the board.
You know, even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
VanVleet on the wing. He's defended by Pajemski. Clark, famously, Fred VanVleet was undrafted. Why do you think he was overlooked?
Wow, I tell you, I think size. But, man, when you look at his intangibles, it's hard to not be impressed with what Fred VanVleet has done. He is an incredible basketball player. Smart, tough, skilled, relentless. He's had a great career as an undrafted player.
The first one falls.
Trying their best to make a comeback. Can't fault their performance from the line, especially this quarter. That's one of the ways you trim a deficit.
And so VanVleet nails both of them.
And, guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
Pass to Pajemski. Beyond the arc. Moody's shot is off.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Now here is Holiday after Jalen Green's miss. Here's Pajemski. He's covered by Eason. Rockets trail by 5. Here's Whitmore. The rebound by Holiday. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Pass to Kuminga. The shot from the low post is good. Kuminga's got his 3rd basket of the night. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Eason, a screen on Holiday. Here's VanVleet. 11 feet out and he hits it. VanVleet's got 4 points this quarter.
That was all he needed to find the hoop. I mean, expert play call that time by VanVleet.
Outside Holiday sinks the triple. And the Warriors lead by 8.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Whitmore with it. Pass to Eason. That's a miss, his second after 2 shots.
Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there. And neither can he.
Holiday against Green. Holiday gets the bucket. Holiday's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
VanVleet attacking. And it goes down 2 points.
Here we go again. VanVleet cooking and looking to shoot as much as he can.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Well, we've got a moment now to see this year's three-point contest and how it's shaping up. Let's take a look at some of the top candidates emerging as we see here some players who are likely to make the final cut.
Not too shabby of shooters on this list, Kevin. You got to love the advancement and really the evolution of the three-point shot in today's game.
You take a look at Hield. The third spot in the voting belongs to him. There are very few players with his ability from long range, and it looks like he'll be rewarded with a spot in the three-point contest.
And I'm sure there'll be some changes in the rankings still to come, but you're right. I'd be surprised if there's anyone who wouldn't cast a vote his way.
And as the votes keep pouring in, we'll keep you updated on any changes to that list. It looks like we're going to have quite a group.
Man, you talk about the ultimate marksman's list here, Kevin. Maybe this will be the year somebody gets that perfect score.
Van Vliet, for his size, is pretty tricky.
Now here is Holiday. He's got 5. Outside, Kuminga. Over Eason. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Offensive rebound. Van Vliet outside. High arcing shot. He misses the mark. He's now 6 of 8. Warriors leading by 6. To the left wing. And here is Moody. Hasn't made one yet. 6 on the shot clock. The shot by Holiday, no good. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Trying to find Green. He's got it now. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Green loves putting that vertical of his to good use. Nice timing on that alley-oop.
Holiday looking for an opening. And Fred VanVleet is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul. Smith checked in for Jalen Green. Now Butler. They know he's going to give him a lift with his scoring. He's averaging 16 points a game. Clock at 6. Here's Post. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Warriors lead by 6.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Rockets are making progress. Coach Ime Udoka said it doesn't happen overnight. Changing habits and things like that takes time. Guys learn and grow at a different pace. My thing is getting us all on the same page. We're not that far off. Kevin, they sure look like they're building in the right direction.
David, they are, and some good vets have helped as well. And we thank you for that report. Hield can't hit. Rockets trail by 4. And Clark watching Amen Thompson. He is just a different kind of athlete.
He sure is, boy. special as an athlete. And we've got some of the greatest athletes in the world across the NBA. He's smooth, he's explosive, he's fluid, well coordinated. Seems like he just kind of floats in the air. It's special to watch him do his thing.
Tenacious on the attack. Thompson is fantastic at finding lanes to the basket.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Rockets.
A huge part of their offense, pushing the ball, looking for fast break opportunities, always a good idea.
Hey, I know analytics shuns the mid-range game, but I tell you what, these guys have the shooters that can knock them down, and they're making it pay tonight.
Golden State's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. Here's Butler. Nothing on the board. Over Thompson. Butler, no good. The Rockets trail. Thompson outside. To the paint. Here's Green. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 4 assists in the game.
Green finds ways to get it done inside. Really intelligent as a scorer.
Healed with it. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Nuggets in Denver. And here's Green outside. Drains it from beyond the arc.
You've got to respect Green at the arc. If he gets open out there, he can make you pay.
Van Vliet looking around. Here's Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Here's Butler, following the score by Houston. Spencer's shot is on.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Now here's Green, following the miss by Fred Van Vliet. Outside Butler. Back to Green from past the arc. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Van Vliet outside. Takes the 3. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. The Warriors on top, up by 3. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Steve, a good rhythm for you in the first half. What do you like most about how your team's competing?
Just like the ball movement, you know, the drive and kick. Our guys have played really well together. Just trying to move the ball, get a great shot.
We'll see if you can keep the ball flying around as we continue. Thanks. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Glad you could join us. The story tonight for the Houston Rockets through 2 quarters, a tightly contested matchup.
I only have 2 words for you. Elbow, famich. Establish yourself inside, good things will happen. That's right, Ernie, I said famich.
They've had some success, but they've been counterpunched at times as well. And time for a look here at how the West is shaping up as we continue to work our way through this season.
Well, I think of Houston. They've stayed in the mix. A few people predicted they might regress. Clearly, that hasn't been the case. They continue to hum along. It'll be interesting to see how they close out this year.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
Warriors leading by 3. Some kind of shooting in the backcourt for him. It's Curry and Hield. Up front, it's Green at the 4 with Jackson Davis at the 5. And it's Payton in at the small forward. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. Here's Green. Green with the rebound. Green's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Outside Curry. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Curry's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Warriors. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. They trail by 6. Van Vliet outside. Şengün with a screen on Curry. Van Vliet passes to Şengün.
Read the defense and executed. The IQ showing through for Şengün.
Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved, a full team effort.
Payton kicks to Green. Curry outside. Şengün with the rebound. Şengün's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Thompson against Payton. Şengün inside. And he banks in the layup. Şengün's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now here's Curry. He's got 17.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
Thompson outside. On the wing, Green. His 3-pointer's off the mark.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Now here's Green. He has 6. Payton outside. Pass to Jackson Davis. Shoots over Van Vliet. The Rockets pull it in. Thompson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Green in the post. Covered by Hield. Green, no luck. Warriors leading by 4. And here is Curry. 19 points in the game. Just 5 to shoot. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 8 rebounds in this game. Van Vliet. And there it is for him. Van Vliet's got 16.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
In the corner, it's Hield. And a little luck that time, but it drops. He's got 11.
It's really that simple for Hield. His shot so dialed in and on target.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Jonathan Kuminga. He's checked in for Green. With a break in the action, let's see which teams have come away with the most steals in the NBA this season. The Rockets, number 1.
And it's no accident to see them at that top spot, guys. I mean, great awareness and anticipation. They apply a ton of pressure defensively.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Şengün. Shoots over Jackson Davis. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Hey, for a big like Şengün, you need that pump fake in your arsenal.
For Houston, they have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
Take a break.
And guys, that allows their opponents to play very aggressive defense if they choose to, knowing it's not a bad thing to send them to the foul line.
The free throw dropped for Şengün. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Warriors leading by 3. Payton in the corner. Back to Curry from outside the arc. The Rockets pull it in. And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. G.A., what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially blatant on drives to the rim.
Now here's Hield. 11 points in the game. Golden State moving the ball around. To the middle. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Hield's got 13.
A guy like Buddy out-hustles other players on the floor. He gets inside, and there he finishes strong.
Kuminga against Brooks. Van Vliet left side. Thompson finds Green. They get it back. Brooks outside. Van Vliet against Curry. Thompson for 3. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
Defensively, you have to live with Thompson making those, because if you get up too close at the arc, Ahmed will blow right by you.
Now here's Curry. 19 points in the game. Outside, Payton. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Payton's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Thompson in the post. Payton's there. And Thompson kicks to Brooks. Thompson, high post. 14 points for him. Over Payton. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. He's got 16.
This one has been all about Amen Thompson, a freakish athlete. When he gets rolling, there's just not much a defender can do.
Now here's Curry. On the wing, Payton. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 3 assists tonight.
And Curry isn't just a lights-out scorer. He's also efficient at moving the ball and getting it to his teammates.
Curry against Van Vliet. Şengün with a screen on Curry. Pass to Şengün. Got a hand on it. Now Curry. 19 points in the game. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Fred Van Vliet picks one up.
And Curry's really a master at drawing contact. The defense has to be careful when defending him.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Warriors.
Guys, the D hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from deep.
And the thing I've seen that I've really been impressed by is they've gotten everybody involved. Unselfishly making that extra pass, getting that ball to the right guy at the right time for the good shot.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Kevon Looney is checked in for Trace Jackson-Davis. Draymond Green comes in for Kuminga. And it's Brandon Pajemski in for Buddy Hield. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Whitmore, he's checked in for Fred VanVleet. Stephen Curry hits them both.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Here's Whitmore. He's defended by Pajemski. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Jimmy Butler.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Free throw good, Whitmore. And both free throws good for Whitmore. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for Golden State. On the wing, Payton. Here's Looney, uses the glass to finish the layup. Looney's got his first points of the night.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Pass to Thompson. Drives to the hoop. Good. Great play by Green to set it up.
It helps that Thompson can score with either hand close to the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other.
Now here's Curry. He's got 21. Now Looney. Şengün covering. And here's Green outside. Brooks grabs the board.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure. But unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound. And the Warriors with some changes. Moses Moody, he's checked in for Payton. And Justin Holiday subbed in for Stephen Curry. Smith checked in for Houston. Tari Eason comes in for Brooks. Warriors leading by 6. Here's Pajemski. We've got 1:48 left in the third quarter of the game. Shot clock at 6. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Into the lane. And it's Whitmore missing. Golden State's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6, and they pick up 2.
You know, in that first half, a lot more three-point shooting. Since then, though, they've dialed it back.
Holiday against Green. Smith with a screen on Holiday. There's Green with the 3. The Warriors pull it in.
The tough shots aren't going down for him right now, but neither are the easy ones. I mean, he's got to find the rhythm somehow.
51 seconds left in the third. Outside Holiday. Golden State needs to get off a shot, and he makes that one. And now a 10-point Warrior lead.
And Draymond is smart at knowing when to shoot the ball, especially when he's got strong position inside.
Green against Holiday. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
The athletic ability of Amen Thompson is easily seen. The way he runs, he's fluid, and how physical he can get. Boy, that combination is potent.
Fred VanVleet is checked in for the Rockets. That one misses. Warriors leading by 9. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And it's Butler missing. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Smith finds VanVleet. Eason gets a wide open look. Good, and VanVleet gets the assist. VanVleet's got his 4th assist in this one. Majemski on the wing. Outside, Kuminga. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. 4th quarter on the court for the Rockets. The post pair form, it'll be Smith and Şengün. And VanVleet out there with Whitmore. And it's Eason in at the 3. Now here is Smith. Shot by Eason, no good. Butler on the way. It's rebounded by Houston. Şengün's got 9 rebounds now tonight.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Butler with the ball. It's stolen by Eason. And here we go. Fast break, and Whitmore's got it. And Şengün throws it down.
Şengün finishing with authority. There you go, big fella. Make them feel you.
Outside Butler. Hard earned by Butler.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of ball.
Rockets trail by 4. We've gone about a minute and a half into the 4th quarter. Takes it from 10. Şengün with a wide open look. Off target from outside. Warriors shooting well. 50% from the floor. On the wing, Holiday. Outside, Kuminga. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. And it's a 7-point Warrior lead.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
Here's VanVleet. And Houston again with the bucket.
And unafraid to challenge the heart of this defense. VanVleet's a strong finisher for his size.
Eason against Butler. No good from 11 feet.
Yeah, you know, he hasn't contributed well scoring the ball, but obviously his teammates have.
And that one's good, Whitmore.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Outside Butler. They set the pick. This one for three. Şengün with the rebound. Şengün's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Eason passes to Van Vliet. Over Holiday. They get it again. Şengün with the bucket.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Now here's Butler. Pass to Kuminga. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Jabari Smith picks one up. First free throw is good. Kevon Looney is checked in for the Warriors. Stephen Curry comes in for Justin Holiday. And a change for the Rockets. Brooks checked in. Both free throws good from Kuminga. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. And it's slammed in by Smith.
And how about the force on that finish by Smith?
And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Pass to Kuminga. Podziemski on the wing. Outside Kuminga. And here is Curry. Oh, Curry so accurate from three-point range.
And he got loose from the three-point range in the first half and showing signs here that he's still got the flow in the second.
Van Vliet wide open. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Van Vliet's got 5 points now this quarter. Golden State's gone 2 or 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Curry looking around. Another three for Golden State.
What an exhibition he's putting on today. This is about as hot as you can get.
Van Vliet against Curry. Van Vliet left side. Pass to Eason. Just 5 on the clock. And the dunk by Eason.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. The Rockets making the shot. Van Vliet against Curry. Shoots the three. The Rockets pull it in. Smith's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Eason. He's defended by Podziemski. Smith sets the pick for Van Vliet. Smith outside. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. The Warriors have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle them up right away. Thompson, he's checked in for Houston. Green comes in for Tari Eason. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the break. Now, they preached the little things in the huddle. They asked their team to battle on those 50-50 balls. One extra possession could be all the difference. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David. And here are the Warriors now. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. On its way from Curry for 2, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Curry's got 29.
Huge night for Curry and a great rhythm thus far. That's always bad news for the team he's facing.
Van Vliet can't get it to go.
There wasn't much defensive resistance there, guys, but somehow he blew it anyway. Missed opportunity.
Outside Curry. And the Warriors get it back. Here's the screen. 6 to shoot. Drills the three-pointer. And it's a 7-point Warrior lead.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
Well, you know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
Now, here's Thompson. And Şengün throws it down.
Excellent in the screen and roll. Şengün with a wide base and natural strength, and he makes excellent decisions with the ball.
Brooks against Kuminga. Butler is screen on Brooks. Kuminga. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 8 rebounds in this game. Pass to Green. The screen from Thompson. Green, no luck.
He had a couple in the first, but so far he's been unable to get uncorked here.
Thompson against Curry. Over in the corner, Looney. Here's Podziemski, and it falls over the rim and in. And the Warriors lead by 7.
You know, he's always thinking. That's what I like about him. Spotted the open man and immediately changed out of his shot and gave it up.
Here's Van Vliet, and the wide open shot from Green. No good with the triple.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Now here's Curry. Shoots over Van Vliet. Curry can't get it to go. Rockets trail by 7. Van Vliet on the wing, defended by Butler. Van Vliet against Butler. Count that one from Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got 9 points now in just the second half. And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Some changes for Golden State. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Kevon Looney. Moses Moody comes in for Kuminga. And it's Buddy Hield in for Brandon Podziemski. Outside Butler. And Curry has it in the corner. 1:39 left in the fourth quarter. No one covering. Curry's got 13 points now in the quarter.
The ball handling of Steph is sometimes undervalued. I mean, He's much more than a shooter. This guy has mad skills as a handler.
Now here's Van Vliet. Outside, Green. Şengün with the screen for Green. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Van Vliet. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And that's now 25 points for Fred Van Vliet. Warriors leading by 5. Now here's Curry. 1:02 left in the fourth quarter. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Just shows you how impressive Curry's shooting ability is, that he can adjust for any distance.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. And here's Green outside. Good! And now they trail by just 4.
Cold-blooded shot in the clutch. And a big moment right there from Jalen Green.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. Brooks on the double team. Pass to Butler. Some nice passing by Golden State.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
Now, I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
And here is Green after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. They're in good position here to ride it out.
Certainly, if they just play smart, this game's over.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Six on the shot clock. Fires from deep. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who's standing by with our player of the game. Take it away, David.
Thanks very much. Stephen, this crowd tonight was energized by the show that you put on. What is that connection like?
On a night like tonight where everything's clicking, just want to embrace it, and more of a gesture of appreciation because this is a great place to play.
Yeah, it sure is, man, and you guys fed off of it. Thanks. Back to you guys.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Stephen Curry.